the role of the teacher is very vital. They mold the lives of the children in addition to parents. And in the modern days, because we are in 21st century, the future of this world demands human capital, not financial capital. Finances will come, finances will go. But ultimately that matters in the world, in the present day world, is human capital. I don't know how many of you are aware, our country has registered, according to latest demographic reports, 1.42 billion people. 142 crores, which is the latest report, and now we are number one in the world. Till recently, China was number one. We have already surpassed China in the population. We are 50 lakhs over and above Chinese population. When we were collectors in the districts, somewhere in 2004, 5, 6, those days, as part of our responsibility, we were thinking that population is a big liability for the country. And we were focusing our energies on family planning. There used to be some 20-point program those days, and one of the important points was family planning. So we were mobilizing in the villages and bringing them to the hospitals and doing surgeries. It can be vasectomy or tubectomy. We thought, in addition to official responsibility, it is our personal social responsibility to see that population is curbed. But during recent times, we have all realized the world is aging, and if you want to know, the average age of Indian is 29 years. I don't know how many of you are aware. Whereas average age of, if you want me to talk about Europe, 45 years, Japan 47 years, all Western countries more than 40 years. And ours is the youngest nation, having 50% of the population below 25 years. This is a golden opportunity for our country, provided this youth, this young generation, the generation before us, were able to take it as a challenge, and if you are able to make quality learning for this generation and realize their responsibility and behave like a responsible citizens of this country, then probably in the short while from now, India is going to be number one, beating USA, Europe and all other countries. Ours is the fifth largest economy in the world, third largest in terms of technical manpower resources. And this opportunity or demographic difference, what we call, if we lose it now, we will lag behind. China has taken advantage in the last 2-3 decades, and almost they are competing with the USA now. So China is in a position where in a short while from now, it is likely to become superpower. So China and India together, they are going to become Asian giants after some time, beating all the Western countries. India was number one in terms of GDP till 17th century. After industrial civilization, we could not compete with the Western countries, and because it is after internet, our kids, suppose these kids in Hyderabad sitting here, they can compete with the kids in New York. Now there is a platform, what we call internet. This is a platform where we are very, very competent enough, all Indians. We have a very good IQ and mathematics, we are very good in the world. So with these standards, our Indian children are capable of competing with those children in New York or Western countries. Previously, we didn't have that advantage. Previously, we were fighting with knife and Western countries were holding AK gun. So now we have advantage. But this advantage or opportunity has to be grabbed by us, and there is a responsibility on the parents, teachers, students, everybody in the society. So unless everybody takes the challenge and focus on this generation which is there with you is called Generation G, the generation which is born between 1995 and 2010. Of course, this generation concept of X, Y, Z and Alpha generation is a US based concept, but if you apply to Indian like situation, we can say we are all from Y or X generation, all as parents. Those who are born between 65 and 80 or 80 and 95. Most of you belong to this either X, I belong to X generation, and some of you, those who are born after 85, you belong to Y generation, you are called millennials. But this G generation is called digital native generations. By the time they are born, this gadget was there. You know, all our children, they hold gadgets immediately after their birth. Even a few months after birth, they started holding these gadgets. So they are called digital natives. We are all, as parents, we are digital migrants. When we were born, computers were not there, internet was not there, but now we have acquired and we have become the digital migrants. But as digital migrants, we need to understand the problem of this generation. Though there is a lot of advantage with this generation, this is one burning problem with this generation is social media. Social media is like a tsunami, it's like a tufan, and it has become a spoiler. We need to appreciate both advantage as an educational tool. This mobile is a wonderful educational tool and is also a spoiler of our generation. They are addicted to social media. As a result, what is happening? They don't have free time. They don't have outdoor activity. This handling of gadgets is affecting their memory. They are not able to go outside. In fact, if you go to any house now, father will hold one mobile, mother will hold one mobile, each of them hold one mobile. There is no interaction. There is no communication. This is a very, very bad situation. Unless you interact as parents, unless you spend time, what is the solution for this problem? I'll tell you simple solution, provided you have patience as parents. Only thing, parents shall spend their time with the children. That's all. They have to spend their valuable time with the children. You play with them, you talk to them, you take them out, you play some sports with them, take them to picnic, have a family gathering and play within your family. Somehow you minimize the time of handling gadgets by this G generation so that they are not spoiled. The disadvantage of handling these gadgets through day and night has to be minimized. And we don't know what they are looking at. Though every day morning I sit on my laptop and spend 2-3 hours on YouTube. And whatever subject is of my interest, I go through, I learn. I am passionate lover of science. So I watch top lecturers in the world of experts on what is happening. Artificial intelligence, what is happening? What is the future is holding for us? And having mentioned artificial intelligence, I tell you, this AI is going to revolutionize the job market. After few years, which is applicable to our generation, you don't know which jobs you lose and which new jobs your children will do. See, our generation used to have degree, PG, and join a teacher job or any employee, and they used to retire in the same post till retirement. And now this generation is not going to do that. Every 4-5 years they have to change job. They need to have flexibility. Ultimately, the need of these children in the future will be not learning writing skills, reading skills or mathematics skills. We call them foundational literacies. No. In addition to them, they need to have open mind learning mindset. They need to learn throughout their life. And they need to have flexibility based on this memory. But so this generation will not survive. If you just memorize and ranks are important, marks are important, grades are important, no. The value for degrees has gone. There is no standard for any degree with any faculty nowadays. Unless you have a standard, the degree is of no value. In future, nobody will ask you which degree you are holding. Show me the certificate. They will only test your performance, efficiency, and what you are up to. So this is very important feature of this generation. You have to focus on developing creative skills, out-of-box thinking, collaboration, teamwork, emotional intelligence. They should be able to manage their emotions. Because what is happening, I tell you, some of the parents, they belong to one kind of parenting. I say, I don't know what is the size of this section in this gathering. I say, checklisted childhood. These parents, this section, are overproductive. They focus totally on their children and they want their children to attain perfection. It is not possible. They want in best of the college, it's over. They want in the best of the class, it's over. They want the best of the grade, over. Then best of the score. If the children get 95, why not 100? And compare with the other children, why Ramulu has got 100 and you didn't get 90, 100? This comparison is killing them. It's a wrong way of dealing with the children. Comparing your children with other students, your siblings, friends and other people, and this will kill their enthusiasm to learn. So comparison, one is a blunder or mistake our parents are doing, and overprotectiveness, what I mentioned, this checklisted childhood. They want them to achieve all awards, all accolades. They want their children to become members. They want their children to become community service. Perfection. But question yourself, self-introspect yourself, when you were student, when you were young, when you were such a young student, were you concentrating on perfection? No. You had a free time. You had a free time and you are a free citizen. You are not under pressure. You will have sufficient time for everything. Now these children, they don't have sufficient time for everything. They are heart-pressed, they are breathless, they are burnt out. They develop anxiety and depression, and as a result, wherever parents are not able to spare time and spend time with the children, they are going out and they are looking for something with the friends. If it's a good friend, it's okay. If it's a bad friend, you don't know what kind of wrong path your child is taking. You don't know. The child goes out saying that I am going to to my friends because you are not sparing your time. You are not spending time, you are not playing with them. So they go out, and as a result, once they become victims of anxiety, depression, then you will come to know. This is a major problem in the present society. Already this problem has reached a pinnacle in Western countries. In Western countries, the children are addicted to drugs. Why? Root of the problem is with us. The teachers, the parents who are able to inculcate real, features in them, and everybody is aiming at perfection. This is a competitive world, and they cannot run the race. All said and done, we don't own our children. Please remember, they have come through us. That's all. These children have come through us. It doesn't mean that you are owner of their children, owner of them, and they dance as according to your dictates. No, they can't. They have their own life. They have to run their own marathon. It is not that you write their fate. You can only guide them. You can only counsel them. You can only tell them which is good, which is bad, and let them run their own marathon. Ultimately, you cannot write their fate. Each child will write their own fate. You have to only create sufficient enough environment, nurturing environment, so that your children will blossom. They don't become victim of circumstances. Let them grow. IQ is not important now. Intelligence is not that important now. Now important is EQ, emotional intelligence. Unless the children will be able to manage different situations, different jobs, they will not be able to survive in the future society.